Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have another project to share with you guys using the Save Freeze paper collection. I think I'm doing pretty good with using up the paper. I have just smaller pieces now, but I mean, I have a lot of smaller pieces, so I gotta figure out what to do with that. But I wanted to share with you guys what I made. You could see I already had to paper piece here on the front cover. I also did some paper piecing on the back as well. No, I didn't on the back actually. But I got to make another project. So I want to share with you guys what this one looks like. And I will go over all the tutorial information with you guys and everything as well. So let's get started. Okay, so this album measures 4.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches tall. It has a 1-inch spine, I want to say. Let me just double check here on the side. Yeah, it has a 1-inch spine and it looks like this. So it says Holly and Jolly. I have some glitter poinsettias here from Hobby Lobby and then some other like flowers. Then leafy bits because I love those, and those are from Scrap Diva Designs, her Leaves Bundle die set. That's where the leaves are from, and I'll have that link down below. And of course, you guys could use the code Carolina for 10% off your order from Scrap Diva Designs. And I just did a bunch of stitching. So normally when I layer pieces together, I just do the frame stitching, but I stitched in between each kind of piece. I guess I didn't need to stitch that one because I ended up covering it up anyway, but I did stitch underneath that. You guys just can't tell. But yeah, I think this turned out really cute. I have some enamel dots there. This is the spine. It just says Holly Jolly, and that was cute. So it was like a strip that I had. And then here's the back. It's just this paper with a bunch of like different things on here and my handmade logo stamp right there. It has a ribbon tie closure. And when you open it up, it looks like this. So I got to use some cut aparts here, which I was happy about, and also just like my smaller paper scraps. So I didn't have a lot of big ones, but the ones that I did have like that were big, I used like on the back cover here and like on the back here and then right here. But I will go over all of that as I get to it. So here I had a cut apart that says Joy, and I have it here, and then this opens up. And you have space for photos here. So you can add photos to the backs of these. So the first one would be like a 3x4 size photo. Then the second one would probably be, so like a cropped 4x5, maybe like a 3.5x5. And then the last one, you could do like a slightly teeny bit cropped 4x6. And then obviously you could add another 4x6 photo here, and then you wouldn't even like know. I mean, obviously like a slightly cropped 4x6. Or if you wanted to, and if you don't mind seeing the photo back there peeking out, you can do maybe like a 4x4 and a 3x4 if you wanted to kind of put two photos there, if you don't mind the photo kind of peeking out from the back there. But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, you could fit 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if you put some photos on here as well, because you could do that. You could put like a photo right here and you wouldn't even know, right? So you could do that there. You could do that here as well, and you wouldn't even know. So I would put probably 3x4 size photos here, maybe even a 4x4. No, not a 4x4. Maybe a 3x5 here you could do, and then a 3x4 here if you want to see the pattern paper. And then this has a magnetic closure, and yeah, so I think that's really cute. And then here I just have like a page in the center, and this one has 2 kind of pockets. So it says warmest wishes, and you've got the snowman, just more cut aparts from the collection that I wanted to use. And I added little like cards here, so you can add a photo to these as well. You could do like a 3x3 size photo to these if you wanted to, and then you could do journaling on the back or just add a photo to the back. And yeah, that works. But even if you do a 3x3 down here, you wouldn't even, well, let me just put this in there, but you wouldn't even know, because the 3x3 would be like down here and you wouldn't even see it if you put it like on the end here. so that this is still at the top and you have the pattern paper and not the photo, or you could just put it in the middle and have a little teeny bit peeking out. It would be just like a little teeny bit like this corner piece, and that's it. So that's that, and that goes back in here. And then you have this one as well. So very, very cute. And then this flips. And here I forgot to actually add a magnet. So normally this page is supposed to like magnetize closed, but I totally forgot. So I have this paper clipped, and let me share with you how this works. So I will unpaper clip this, okay? But it has a cute little star paper clip, which I thought was a nice addition anyway. And then this has a couple of tags. Here I have the word bells. This is another die set from Scrap Diva Designs, her Christmas Words 2 die set, and I'll have that link down below as well. And I just have like a little like photo mat or journal spot area that I have like tucked in there. But then once you take these out, this then flips open, and then you have another photo mat here. Now you could add this here, you could add this here, you could just use it as a journal spot and then add your photos, like whatever you want to do. And then, yeah, so that's another one. And then this flips again, and you have more space for photos here. And you could fit, I want to say it's like a 3x5 photo here. Yep, so you could fit 3x5 size photos on these flaps. So just like a 4x6 and crop it down by 1 inch on each side. And then this closes back together with this. So this kind of becomes like one flap. So I really don't even need the paper clip because it's like one flap, but I just thought the paper clip was a nice addition. I just thought it was cute. So I'm just kind of including it in there, but you totally don't have to use it because it stays closed with these anyway, with those tags. And then, so this flips open. Here you have a full size space for photos. So you could do a 3x5. You could do a slightly cropped 4x6 photo if you want, but here you could see I kind of ran out of paper. So I had to add this little strip here because I didn't have a big enough piece, but I made it work, you guys, and I love that paper. I love the red foil. And then up here, I have this large tag, and then you could write on the back, or you can add photos. You could add in a couple of 3x3 size photos here and here. So that's cute if you wanted to do that. Or you could do it on the front, 3x3 and 3x3, and do some journaling on the back, or do one photo here, do journaling, and then another photo and journaling, like whatever you want to do. Or you could just add a 3x4, you could add a 3x5 and have some journaling space. Like, you get to decide how you want to do that, but that just lives in this pocket up here, and then that closes. And then here you just have another pocket with a couple of more journaling spots, just like so. But if you wanted to, you could just tuck in some more photos in here. So you could probably tuck in, let's see, a slightly cropped 4x6 photo you could totally do. Just slightly cropped on the 4-inch side. You could fit 3x5 size photos comfortably. 4x5 would have to be cropped a little bit, just because I glued this down here, so it's not like a gusseted pocket. If it were, then it would have fit, but it's not a gusseted pocket. But yeah, so I thought that was really cute, and it is available in my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested. And now let's talk about the tutorial. So there is a tutorial on this style album. It is actually my graduation folio album. So I have a whole cutting guide here. You guys can access the videos. There's a project share video. And then there's the tutorial video as well for the graduation style one. And now I just made another one in a Christmas theme. So if you don't have this cutting guide yet, I definitely recommend getting it if you guys don't have it yet. I had this base kind of ready to go on my project cart, and when I was like trying to figure out what to do with my leftover papers, I was like, oh, this is going to be perfect. So that's exactly what I did. I love having bases ready to go, and that has all the information of like what you need to cut, like the paper sizes, the chipboard sizes, and all that stuff. So I like having the cutting guides because I use them also myself when I make bases, and I just have a bunch of my own printed and ready to go for when I want to make some projects that I have made before, so it's not like too much thinking or anything like that. So I love that. So I'll have this link down below. I'll have the cutting guide link down below. And then I'll have the tutorial video linked down below as well, in case you guys want to just get the tutorial and watch the tutorial without the cutting guide. So that's fine also. But yeah, I think this is just so cute. And I got to make another project, and I'm still working on smashing the paper, but we are getting closer and closer and closer, and I'm happy about that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check out my Etsy shop also if you guys are interested in this like a final finished album. And I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.